Hello, my name is Eleaser EwansArt. I am a digital cinematography student. In this podcast, I welcome you into the interview room. Today, we will be interviewing John Walsh, the History of Motion Picture Arts instructor at Full Sail University. Today's topic is art history.
Art history interview for Eleaser.
Yes, how exciting. Let's get started. What do you see as the role of the visual arts in our mass-mediated world and particularly in your profession?
The great editor Walter Murch said in his book, I forget the title of the book right now, that the number one most important thing to an editor is emotion. Above story, above rhythm, above continuity even. And I think he hit it the nail on the head. Of course, the man's a genius in my opinion. A good visual artist elicits emotional response from an audience. That's your primary function. That's the goal.
With new communications and media technologies, imagery is almost instantly available. Do you believe that this is having a positive or negative influence on the industry?
Both is the answer. The immediate pro for this is instant accessibility to limitless information. Okay? And also, filmmakers, musicians, and artists now have distribution outlets that were unthinkable 20 years ago. That's amazing. We actually get our work seen. Now, again, getting paid for it's a different story, but you get your work out there. The ability for anyone to create images and information displayed to the world is right there at our fingertips. But therein lies a big problem. Go to YouTube. You have to slog through tons of crap, loads of it, and also questionable information. You don't know if the information is true or not, whether it's YouTube or whether it's Facebook or whether it's just somebody's blog. Even Wikipedia isn't considered a reliable source. Okay? So, this accessibility of instantaneous media gives the impression that technology is all it takes to be a creative artist. Look at schools like this. They're now everywhere. Everywhere there are schools selling the dream that anyone can be an artist. All you need is fancy gear and some training.
What popular images do you see that are frequently rechanneled throughout the entertainment industry?
Top of my head, Marilyn Monroe, James Dean. Che Guevara comes around every 10 years or so on t-shirts and slogans and stuff. He gets rechanneled constantly. I guess the real question is what images are not rechanneled?
Are there particular images that this industry has popularized and or created?
The ones that I just mentioned, Marilyn Monroe, James Dean, Che Guevara. You could throw Jimi Hendrix in there, Jim Morrison, Elvis, But besides that, look at advertising. The Jolly Green Giant, Tony the Tiger, Ronald McDonald, the list goes on. And these are multi-generational icons.
Who is one of your favorite visual artists and or what is your favorite style of visual arts?
Edward Gorey and Ralph Steadman. Photographers, Ansel Adams and Annie Leibovitz out there. The list could really go on. My favorite style is film and television, of course. That's what I made my career out of. Although I'm a voracious reader, and I consider writing and reading to be a visual art, in the sense that you create images and associations in your mind. Thereby, in a sense, it's a visual art. And it's probably my most favorite.
How has your knowledge of famous artworks influenced your creative process?
We're all shaped by the influence of artworks, especially from those artists that we admire. In class, I often ask if anyone is a musician. Child prodigy, did you often, or did you actually start out just playing brilliantly? And most will say no, it took them time. So how did you learn to become a better musician? Ultimately, the answer is that they practiced and they listened to others that they admired. And they borrowed that style, mimicked that style of many different people until eventually they were able to create their own style based on that and move beyond just mimicking others. So, ultimately, the creative process is completely influenced by famous artworks. It also inspires us. There's a great quote from director Cameron Crowe. He said, I'm looking at it here, he said, in the future, everybody is going to be a director. But somebody's got to live a real life so that we have something to make a movie about. Couldn't have said it better.